welcome back to an all-new episode of KhanFlicks. Today we have a fun little treat. This here is the Crane3s. Now, if you're a professional videographer or an amateur videographer and just like to make videos in general, you might be looking at a stabilizer, but there is a big variety of cheaper products to the most expensive products you can find. Now, the general rule of thumb is the more expensive it is, the better quality you get. However, that's not always the case. We have a Sony a7 III currently filming right now, and we've always had trouble kind of filming outdoor stuff or just filming different things in general. So the good folks over at Zhiyun actually sent this over to us, so seeing exactly how this all plays out should be quite some fun. Now, if you guys wanted your very own, be sure to check out the link down below in the description. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so this here is the box. Now, obviously they have the red camera here. This is probably one of the coolest things about this is that it's able to go ahead and stabilize these giant cameras. So let's go ahead and open this up and we'll slide this guy out. Alright, got these two locks, just like that. And this will go ahead and open up. Whoa! Alright, so everything's kind of showcased to you. So you have all your different accessories. You have your battery pack. You obviously have your crane. You have a tripod, so you can technically stand it about. You have your controller, so this here allows to go ahead and control it about, and allows to go ahead and control like the camera, so you can hit record, so you don't really constantly have to fumble around. We have a few different accessories. So this here is a lens stabilizer. So obviously with the most cameras being heavy duty and whatnot, this will go ahead and prop it up and essentially kind of keep it balanced. Which is a big deal when it comes to this kind of a setup. You do have to balance it just right. Now you also have your USB cables. So this here will allow us to go ahead and charge the camera, obviously, as well as connect it to our camera with the wire. Now we have a few other accessories. So this here is almost like a lift for the camera. So when you go ahead and mount it on this slider here, it doesn't kind of essentially rub against the camera or the lens, giving it a nice space. We have ourselves some spacers here. This here is for the lens lift right over there. And then we have extension for our Crane3s, allowing to go ahead and house a bigger camera, especially when you have like a microphone on the top, sort of the way we do right now. We have our battery chargers, which here's our batteries. And then you have an extension piece to go ahead and mount on more brackets. This here is, whoa, our lovely Crane3s. Now, it is a very delicate system, so you want to be very careful when you're holding it and when you're moving it about. It has these three different locking mechanisms, so you can go ahead and lock it in place and adjust it and create that perfect balance. Now, to go ahead and give you a quick little demo, we're going to go ahead and set this thing up here. So I'm going to go ahead and put on our tripod, and then you'll see you have a variety of different buttons. So over here we have our record button, we have a remote button, we have a power button, and you have this like almost like an analog control here, so you can technically move the camera about. And then on this side here you have a focus wheel with a glow-in-the-dark marker place, so you can technically mark certain categories. And then you have your mounting port for our connector, and then you have these three different locking mechanisms with a variety of different attachments as well as adjustabilities. So we're going to go ahead and open up the tripod next. And first up is we're going to go ahead and put in our batteries. So in order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and move it around. So we're just going to go ahead and unlock it just like this by pressing this little button here. Swing it around. And we're going to go ahead and open this part here. And we'll go ahead and insert our batteries next. And on the bottom part here, we're going to go ahead and remove this cap. So this is like just a lift off. And then we're going to go ahead and take our handle. So this here is actually a pretty cool mechanism. So you have your zoom functions, you have your focus functions, you have a variety of modes, record button, and it says go. And it actually gives you an active screen display, allowing you to go ahead and see what's going on. So just go ahead and lift the handle, push it in place, and then lock it just like that. Now you can technically hold your crane just like this, and then you can go ahead and hold it like this, or a variety of other functions based on what you like. So the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and now balance our camera. Now the way it's going to work is going to be quite interesting. So first off, we're going to go ahead and mount on our mounting bracket, which I have right over here. So we're going to first make sure all of our axes are locked. So in this case here, they're not moving, so it is. We're going to go ahead and slide in our camera, and then we're just going to lock it in place just like this. And the way you test it is quite interesting. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and loosen this top joint here on the top, and this will go ahead and allow the camera to go ahead and swing about just like this. And what you want to do, you want to keep it balanced just like that, but obviously you see it's kind of tipping forward, so that means you want to go ahead and move it just slightly back. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen it, and we're going to pull it just back like that until we find that perfect spot where it's not tipping much at all. Now it's tipping backwards, so that's not good. So we're going to tip it a little bit forward. All right, see, like how it's not moving? That's exactly what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock this pivot or this axis just like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and unlock this one over here. So when I loosen this, you'll see how it just kind of swings one direction. And no matter what I do, it's going to keep swinging in that direction. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and loosen this little nut right here. And I'm going to go ahead and slightly lift up the camera and slide it back based on whatever position is necessary. Just like that. So now when I let it go, it's not going anywhere. See? Exactly. Now the last one is this pivot right over here. So when I unlock this, this will go ahead and allow it to rotate just about like that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and unlock this top part here. We're going to unlock this one over here as well. And then we're going to go ahead and just kind of like tip it forward, and you'll see the way it's kind of rotating. So that means it's going too much to the right. It shouldn't do that. So we're going to go ahead and loosen this right here. And then we'll go ahead and lift it up and kind of pull it back. Tighten in spot. The less stress that is required for the stabilizer, the better. There we go. See, like that's what we want. That's the money shot, okay? So now that we're kind of well balanced, I'm gonna go ahead and unlock all the different axes. This gives it full, free kind of like flow. And just gonna keep it straight as much as possible, just like right there. And then obviously it's still kind of tipping back and forth, but we're gonna go ahead and turn it on now by pressing this power button. There we go. So that's exactly what it should be doing. All right, so check that out, guys. Look at that. So it's really stabilized for what it is. You can go ahead and move the camera about just like this. Find that right angle, and you can go ahead and just walk around with the camera. This is so cool. All right, we gotta try this out. So you can see with the joystick here that you can go ahead and move it about. It's really, really cool. Very smooth, very, very like elegant kind of look. I like it a lot, really cool. So you can get that nice, really awesome looking shot. So just a very smooth camera. All right, so I think the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and try this thing out and see what kind of cool shots we can come up with. Alright, well there you guys have it. This here is the Crane3s. Now the video I just made here of the cars was actually a lot of fun. It was quite useful to see exactly how this tool works. Now there are some vivid drawbacks, mainly the fact that it is a quite heavy tool. So while you're using it, your arms do get quite sore very fast. Now it does come with handles, so it does make it a little bit easier to hold. However, that itself does get tiring after a little bit. Now they do sell attachments, and technically you can go ahead and have like a shoulder strap, or you can go ahead and mount it on something as well. So just keep that in mind in terms of using it overall. Now other than that, the footage of itself did come out really nice. There were some points where the camera itself started vibrating. This here is one of the defects with the particular Crane3s, but that is a balancing issue. So you go ahead and make sure you do balance it quite well. You'll not have that problem at all. Now controlling it is very easy and user friendly, and I love the fact that you can go ahead and switch between the modes based on what you're using it for. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys had any questions about the Crane3s, feel free to comment down below. Otherwise, thank you again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.